Vegeta and Piccolo arrive. They ask where West City is, and they said, "This is West City." They'd be like, "You guys blew up the whole city?" And he's like, "Why can't I sense your ki?" So then 17 punches Piccolo, sending him back. And Vegeta and Piccolo are about the same power level. So Vegeta attacks 17 and does no damage at all. So 17 attacks Vegeta and he just like destroys Vegeta, right? And so then basically, I'm sorry, there's a truck passing by. And so basically, Vegeta talks trash, and then Piccolo takes off his weights, but he really can't do anything. So Vegeta powers up, and he's kind of angry. He goes to Super Saiyan 4. Now in this timeline, Super Saiyan 4 is about the same multiplier as Super Saiyan God, so they're basically equal. It's just that Super Saiyan 4 is basically Super Saiyan God, but with no God Ki. I don't think they would call it Super Saiyan 4. I think they would call it Super Saiyan 3 because I don't think Vegeta would get Super Saiyan 4. Just like he didn't use, I think, grade 3 or something of Super Saiyan, the bulky one. So basically, Piccolo will leave to go fuse with Nail. And 17 and Vegeta are the same strength, but 18 is also the same strength. So she restrains Vegeta while 17 just mercilessly punches him in the stomach. Vegeta's coughing up blood and getting defeated, right? And he's just getting beat up everywhere, battered and bruised, and Vegeta's trying to fight back, but he's fighting against two people who are basically equal to him, so he's getting pretty badly beaten up. So Piccolo travels to Namek and he tries to fuse with Nail. And Nail agrees to this, and Piccolo gets about equal power to Vegeta. Then Piccolo teleports back to the battlefield and Vegeta's not there. And he looks around, he tries to sense Vegeta's ki, but it's not on this planet. And so he can't find it. So he decides to teleport to Supreme Kai's planet and he sees Raditz sitting down on the ground while Elder Kai is doing some weird dance. So he's like, "Is this a bad time?" He's like, "Yes, I'm unlocking Rad's potential because we felt the energy of Babidi and he might be trying to, release Boo. So if he, so we should you guys should all power up and train to fight him and if Boo's awakened for us to be prepared for that, And Piccolo would just be like, "I don't know who this Majin Buu is, but if he's really that strong, I'm just as powerful as the Super Saiyan God now." And they'd be like, "Okay," and then we'd head back to Earth where Tarble fights the androids. Now in this time, Gohan and Bulma destroyed the androids, not Goku. So they're supposed to kill Bulma, and Bulma is Tarble's wife. And semi-perfect Cell arrives out of nowhere, and he's like, "Tarble, if you help me, then I will make sure you and your wife are safe." So Tarble is, I feel like it's around the same strength as Vegeta, and so basically he would attack one and Cell would help him, and then Cell would pounce on a weakened 17 who's tired, or not tired but just beat up, and then he would pounce on Android 18, and Tarbo would help him with Blast and just attacking her, and she would get overpowered, and I think Cell would eventually be able to get him, not get, Cell would eventually be able to, absorb 18 after a long struggle, right? 18 goes to attack and he swallows her with his tail. So now he has a perfect range, and he's like, it's horrible. As now towards our agreement, right? He's like, "I promise." And then he just stops, right? And then an M appears on his forehead. And then Tarble's sticking it back. And he's like, "You promise what?" Right? And he's like, "Tarble, I'm sorry. There's been a change of plans. I'm going to have to kill you now." So, Tarble powers back to base. And then he goes into Super Saiyan God, right? And he goes into Super Saiyan. And then he's like, I've only done this once. And so then he turns into Super Saiyan Blue. And he goes to fight Majin Cell, which is really weird to say. And remember, Majin, when you're Majin, you become stronger. So then, Cell just beats the crap out of Super Saiyan Blue Tarble, because Super Saiyan Blue Tarble is really not that strong. I feel like he's Mm, I don't know. Because the Majin powers help him. So basically, Piccolo comes, he does sell off Tarble, and he would save Tarble. He bring him to Elder Kai's planet. Now Bobby shows up with Kid Buu, getting the energy from Vegeta and all the fighters, and Tarble and all of them, right? So then, he would be like, yes, so, and then he would grab Cell, and he'd be like, watch this, and he would use his magic to separate evil Buu from good Buu, and basically they would be fighting, and he's like, so when they're done, I want you to absorb them. So like he turns into Kid Buu, right? And he's like, yes, Kid Buu, right? So then he would absorb. Cell would talk to Kid Buu, right? And he would distract him, right? And Cell is weaker than Kid Buu right now. So then he would sneak attack and absorb him, just like he did with 17, right? So then I think Cell would absorb Bobby, but it would not kill him. So he would still be under. He would still be a Majin. So then Trunks and Krillin come, and then you know, Piccolo comes. He's like, we're not strong enough to fight him. We should get out of here. So they all leave, and Cell's just there confused. He's trying to send somebody, he can't send someone on the planet. Now, meanwhile, after 13 years of straight training, I think Goku would have access to Ultra Instinct, even true Ultra Instinct, the one he has in the Granola art. He would be like beyond. I think he would be stronger than. I think actually this also use the same power level wise as he was in the Granola arc. In my opinion, Goku has surpassed Beerus already, and if they don't make him surpass Beerus, then that's BS. And I would say Goku's about equal power to Beerus right now. Okay, I don't want to make him too strong because there's still the Battle of Gods and Tournament of Power and all this stuff. So I don't want him to make the God of Destruction. I don't want him to be the God of Destruction just yet. So Goku's about 100% of Beerus, approaching 101%. And he's training with Whis and Ultra Instinct, but still he keeps God as his base form. Now, would Goku ever go into his actual base form? I think when he's not, I think he would be when he's training up his base form, because like God is a multiplier, so he would train up his base form so his multipliers would be better, So I think he would work on the fundamentals and stuff in base form, but then usually when he's just standing there, he'd be in God. Now back on Supreme Kai's planet, Piccolo's like, we all need to unite and defeat him, right? And then I can't show them because there's not enough room. But then Elder Kai and Supreme Kai is like, no, that's a stupid idea. We shouldn't do that, right? So then he's like, Raditz potential has already been unleashed. So me, Supreme Kai saying that me and Raditz will go down and we'll go, defeat what is it? Cell, Majin Buu Cell, Majin Su. I don't know. So Raditz and Supreme Kai go down, and Raditz is in Super Saiyan Blue, and it's much stronger than Turbo's. I think Raditz would be the second strongest. So he just starts like destroying Cell, right? And Supreme Kai's just watching just in case something goes wrong. Then he has to support Raditz. And this is not even Raditz's full power because he has ultimate. So then Cell looks like he's knocked out, and he thinks the job is done. So he's gonna get ready to end Cell because he's like, you're too dangerous to be left alive, just like Mace Windu and stuff. And if you guys don't tell, I love referencing like other pop culture media. So Vegeta comes out of nowhere. I couldn't put an M on his forehead. He'd be my Majin Vegeta, right? And he would get a power up, and he would have access to God Key, right? Because I think God Key would be in him training with them for so long. So Raditz being outclassed goes into Ultimate, and this is until accesses God form. That's why he's pink, not because he fused with Boo. It's just because he has God form. Okay, I know the thumbnail might be a little misleading. So basically, Raditz is fighting them. He's about equal to both of them, right? And Vegeta is a lot stronger than before, and so he gets beat up though because like he's only about like 50% of Raditz. So then was it? So basically, Super Saiyan God, Super God Cell Boo. I don't know. he like basically he fights Raz, right, and he's about to kill Supreme Kai because he can't beat him, and Goku comes out of there nowhere using Kai Kai, which you learned in the last part, and Supreme Kai Kai's away, and Goku catches his punch. He's like, you almost killed Supreme Kai, killing Lord Beerus, and that would have made Lord Zeno unhappy. He might have erased us all. Selbu, I don't know, would be like so confused, right? And he's like, it's time that I end you, right? So then he would just be like beating the crap out of him, right? And like he would basically separate Boo from Cell. He would hit him so hard, but what's it called? Babidi is still like alive, so he's still controlling them, and I think So is still the original timeline. So, right? Let's just say he's a little stronger, and so Goku cures Cell by killing Boo, and let's say he takes Babidi out too, and he kills Babidi. So then it frees Cell from Babidi, right? So then Goku's like, I can sense other beings inside you, right? I could, help you by taking them out. I could, oh, we could go to hell where you could absorb more beings and become perfect. Like you don't need the androids; those are living humans who are corrupted by your creator. I think Whis would tell him all this because I feel like Whis is kind of like like all knowing, and I feel like because like his staff would tell him something like that. Or, no, not Whis, probably Trunks. I think Trunks would tell him that. So then basically the androids, get released, and and Android 18 and 17 are very mad, but then Android 18 makes contact with Goku, and she's like, oh, he's kind of cute, and yes, I just want it to be a Saiyan hybrid with Goku with this many S cells. You know how OP that guy is gonna be. So I'm very excited for that to happen. A Saiyan hybrid with their dad having Ultra Instinct. You know how crazy? I'm just okay. I'm sorry. I'm just like, it's just so cool. So basically, they're kind of mad at the same time, and so um, 18 and 17 decide to leave. They would stay on Earth. They wouldn't. Where else would they go? But they would just like go somewhere else, and they would not them, but Goku and his friends would use the Dragon Balls to bring everybody back. And I think So wouldn't be as bad.